First things first, Mohammad Siraj. Captain Shubman Gill was specifically asked on Mohammad Siraj. Shubman Gill agreed. He agreed with the assessment and he said yes, the speeds were down, and he attributed Mohammad Siraj's absence from the game for a couple of months. Hard-fought draw by Sri Lanka here in Colombo, but this tastes like a defeat for India. So what really went wrong for Shubman Gill and company, who were the favourites before coming into this game, not only to win this test, but add those crucial World Test Championship points to their tally and improve their hopes of qualification for the final? First things first, Mohammad Siraj. Captain Shubman Gill was specifically asked on Mohammad Siraj whether he was unfit, carrying a niggle because his speeds were very down. Not just in Colombo, but also in the first test in Cork. Shubman Gill agreed. He agreed with the assessment and he said yes, the speeds were down, and he attributed Mohammad Siraj's absence from the game for a couple of months since that game against Afghanistan right after the IPL in the first week of June. Shubman said it sometimes takes time for a player to get back to rhythm, and clearly 2 tests weren't enough because Mohammad Siraj across the 2 tests look a pale shadow of the bowler which we have seen in the past, especially in this format. Second thing, India's approach with spin. Was Saransh Jain the perfect choice for this test? What would have happened had Kuldeep Yadav been fit and available? India did play that matchup game well because whenever left-hander was out there, Saransh Jain was introduced into the attack. He had the volume of overs under his belt, but the penetration was missing. 3-finger spinners with the LBW and bolts out of the equation, Saransh Jain did emerge as a weak link in a bowling attack also featuring Ravindra Jadeja and Manav Sutar. Now comes the big question. Was follow-on the right decision to do? I'll say yes, follow-on was the right decision, and India wanted maximum time to kind of force a result here, and considering the amount of rain which we have had and last couple of days where we did lose a lot of overs. Shubman Gill mentioned about that in the press conference, that we did lose a lot of overs and that also played a role. But follow on was their best shot. In hindsight, now they can think that they should have batted and then given Sri Lanka a chance. But what would have happened had it rained? So people would have asked Gill, why did he not enforce the follow on? So it was not the result which he was hoping for. And as captain, he said there are a lot of learnings for him as well. But for now, he'll take this result with both hands, continue with the learnings, and come New Zealand, give them a proper fight, because the captain says that the race to World Test Championship final is very much alive and kicking. They have it as their ultimate goal. They came to Sri Lanka in the hope of whitewashing them 2-0, came very close, but Sonal Dinusha had other plans. Had fielding been better yesterday, those chances dropped by Prasidh Krishna, Mohammad Siraj, the half chances which didn't come India's way, it could have been a different story. But salute to Dinusha, the lower orders, Dahiru Kumara, Keshar Anuantha, and then Asita Fernando. The 3 of them, along with Sonal Dinusha, that fight, that stomach for fight which they showed, that was commendable. That is why we don't have a score line reading 2-0 in India's favor. That is 1-0 in India's favor. A trophy which Gautam Gambhir wanted to win. He's taking that trophy back home, but leaving some crucial WTC points which could have well improved their odds of qualification. Keep watching Clear Sports. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you so very much for following all our coverage from Ground Zero here in Galle and Colombo. Journey will not stop. The coverage will not stop. So you keep watching and don't forget to press the bell icon.